Crane and the Cowboy back with you. So the primaries have been wrapped up, but there is still one thing hanging over Hillary Clinton's head, and that is the possibility that this investigation by the FBI, Patrick, on her emails, ostensibly, and maybe more, could lead to some sort of recommendation for legal action against her.
Yeah, and I just read on the internet that he meets with Bernie today. Guess who he's meeting with this afternoon?
The FBI director?
Loretta Lynch.
Oh.
Of the FBI.
Interesting.
So is he trying to influence the FBI?
Loretta Lynch, the Attorney General.
Loretta Lynch, the Attorney General. Is he trying to influence the FBI? Oh, gee, I wonder why. Is he trying to intimidate him? If the FBI, who's they're the last, except for the military, they're the last organization in this government that has any respect. If they just punt on this thing, you can forget they're done.
Well, it's interesting that you note that he's meeting with her. Why isn't that a clandestine meeting or done on the phone?
Well, yeah, and the other thing is press closed, it said. They're not even going to have a spray at the beginning, we come in and take a few snaps, and he says a few words. This is all so fishy. Look, it is the exact reason why people don't trust this government, because they think everybody in it is corrupt.
Well, the fact that President Obama is going to stump for Hillary Clinton and supports her now, that suggests to me that if he knows anything about an indictment or investigation, maybe it's not going to happen.
Well, it might not. Again, it's the independence of the FBI is at stake. If they bow to political pressure, I dare say that Americans' faith in the government the bottom will fall out.
I think it's a pretty good bet that if Hillary Clinton skates through this campaign without anything more from the FBI, that Donald Trump may be asking why.
Oh, yeah, and I think there's FBI agents that are going to leak all over the place. Look, the very least, because everybody knows, even the FBI knows she did some things wrong, at the very least they're going to come up with some very bad things that she did. Now, they might say didn't quite rise to a felony, but maybe they're misdemeanors. Whatever it is, it shows that all the BS that she's been spouting, all the cattle crap that she's put out over the last year is just that, cattle crap.
Well, Mr. Obama is running, in a sense, to preserve his legacy, and there have been reports, rumors, whatever you want to call them, of bad blood between the Clintons and the Obamas. So this move is kind of curious.
Yeah, and you know something? What are they defending? What are they defending? Manufacturing hasn't come back. Growth is anemic at best. We got the Fed that's lowered interest rates so far. The only thing they could do is go to negative interest rates, in which case it would wipe out everybody's savings. In fact, the bank all of a sudden would start taking money out of your account if you had a savings account. So to me, I don't know what there's to cheer. And the other thing is, both her and Bernie for the last year have been saying, oh, the middle class got screwed, and this happened.
And who did that?
Well, who's been there for 7 years? They act like it's a Republican that's been sitting in the White House.
And one of the biggest flaws critics of the administration will tell you about is foreign policy, and who conducted that?
Yeah, I mean, Hillary Clinton, and again, are they going to fall back on, well, we got Osama bin Laden? Well, okay, what have you done for me lately? The Russians now are building a brand new military base on the Ukrainian border. The United States' Navy is at the weakest it's ever been. The United States Army is getting weaker. Our enemies are watching what's happening, and while these guys think in this old democratic idea, if we just didn't engage in the world, everything would be fine and everybody love us. It's not because of our military stuff that they don't like it, it's just because we're a powerful country. They want to take us down.
They're jealous.
Yeah.
Well, there is some danger in what the president's doing, because by being out there in the spotlight, on the field, so to speak, he's fair game for Donald Trump.
And I hope Donald Trump laces into that guy, because no Republican, this is the other thing, no Republican ever laid into this guy. Romney, those debates, he was so weak. And Candy Crowley, when she went and defended Obama, he should have jumped out of his chair and done something. But they're just weak, and they don't want to challenge, and they look, oh, I don't know how it's going to look on the nightly news if I do something. I don't want to be called a racist or anything else. How about standing up for the people?
These guys are fencers, and Donald Trump is a street brawler, really.
Donald Trump's the kind of guy that'll bust the bottle on the edge of the bar and come after you with it.
It's going to be an interesting several months. We'll be following for you here on the Liberty Playbook. And a reminder, we will be in Cleveland for the Republican convention and giving you as much inside information as we can. We'll be back, Crane and the Cowboy, here on thelibertyplaybook.com.